Okay, everybody, so this video's information is going to have to stay in the r- rumor mill territory for quite a while now, but but it has been rumored a couple of days ago that um 2023's um the DC animated movie offering, and this could potentially extend to 2024 for the final part of this if it turns out to become reality. Um, but for right now, this is in rumor territory. Um, two two articles have have kind of dropped the information that a rumored three-part trilogy uh, of an animated version of DC's classic Crisis on Infinite Earths could potentially be in the work at Warner Brothers Animation to be released again as a three-part movie trilogy throughout 2023 and 2024. Um, now, now, guys, obviously this is way, way super early to be confirming anything, but in my personal opinion, th- a, uh, a, a three-part animated movie, trying to give us the most um, accurate version of one of DC's most beloved stories would I feel at least be the perfect opportunity to make up for DC's 2022 um, animated movie lineup being kind of lackluster. Um, now again, guys, this is only in rumor territory, and obviously anything concerning the 2023 lineup of DC animated movies would obviously have to wait until Comic-Con in July. But what a perfect way to make up for 22's lineup being kind of with the exception of Green Lantern Beware My Power and Battle of the Super Sons. Um, the the other two movies, in my opinion, that being Hail Catwoman and Teen Titans Go and DC Superhero Girls. Um, as you can see, that next year's lineup, with the exception of Green Lantern, really, in my opinion, is the only true one I'm looking forward to the most. And I want to make a reminder to everybody that that Battle of the Super Sons will be the first DC animated movie to be done in CGI animation. Although hopefully the CGI will be done in the style of hopefully something like Into the Spider-Verse. Um, now, now getting back to the Crisis on Infinite Earths movie rumor. This again, in my opinion, would be something truly terrific. But 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 perhaps too too ambitious for Warner Brothers DC animation department to tackle, unless you uh, unless in this figurative scenario you get you, you, you get Bruce Timm Paul Dini, Alan Nivet, and whatever Eric's last name is, but the mind behind the classic DC animated universe, since that's the kind of basis on Crisis on Infinite Earths anyway, to try and combine all of DC's universes into one place, and this is how you do it. You have to tackle the universes of Superman and Batman the Animated Series, Justice League. Combine that with Justice League Unlimited, because you're basically dealing with the same characters, only with a year or two time skip. Throw in Batman Beyond if you want to, possibly Static Shock, and the highest you go is Teen Titans 2003. Even though Crisis on Infinite Earth storyline goes massively beyond that, I feel like that is the best way to tackle such a enormous storyline, and maybe why the current voice director. I know Andrea Romano has stated in the past that she would come out of retirement if Justice League ever got the chance to come back for a full-on animated movie or a revival of the animated series. Well, in my opinion, guys, just like I think you would need to get Bruce back together with Paul, Alan, Eric, and maybe throw James Tucker in as well. And again, maybe ask Sam Register for a one-time increased grant bonus to make this possible trilogy of animated movies happen, so that they can get as close to the art style as they possibly can. Because as you know, Bruce has stated in multiple interviews in the past that the reason that they have to, for the most part, forego how any original comics art style in the comics. The reason why Bruce says that they can't translate that to animation fully is because DC's animation department at Warner Brothers simply does not have the budget for the animators to attempt to transfer class exact art style of any comic to animation. However, if this rumor does intend to be confirmed true at Comic-Con in July, again, get Bruce Timm, get Paul Dini and Alan Nivet, and Aaron to maybe come out of retirement, maybe throw Jason Tucker in there, like I said, or James. I'm sorry, I'm blanking on your name there, Mr. Tucker, to get the classic producer crew back together. But on the other hand, this is where Wise would have to step up and actually offer these iconic roles back to back to the people that he knows most old school fans of DC animation would want. And of course, guys, it, 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 if you are a fan of more Batman, Superman, the animated series, Static Shock, or Justice League or Justice League Unlimited, I don't need to tell you who those certain people are. You either get Wise to actually offer the role of Batman and Superman to Kevin and George, or maybe in the case of Superman, maybe Tim Daly as well. But you get Kevin Conroy to do Batman. You get George Niven to do Superman, or possibly Tim Daly. If Batgirl or Harley Quinn is involved in any way, you get Tara Strong to do Barbara and Harley, or maybe if they really wanted to do something special, maybe Wise, or they could convince Andrea to come out of retirement. Maybe one or both of them, or maybe a personal phone call from Sam could get Arlene Circuit to come out of retirement to do Harley, and Tara could just do Batgirl. You get Carl to possibly come back as Martian Manhunter. If Flash is involved in this, you get Michael. But and of course, obviously, since Lex Luthor is involved in this, and this would probably be the second biggest long shot. If this turns out to be true, and Crisis on Infinite Earths is really on the horizon, you ask Clancy Brown if he can step away from Mr. Krabs for a very brief moment to do Lex Luthor's voice one more time. And then of course, this is the biggest one of them all, after besides Kevin and Tara, and probably even a more massive one than Kevin. Wise or Andrea, or whoever's in charge of voice direction for this movie, for this trilogy rather, if it turns out to become reality. I don't care what you have to do, but somehow you offer the role of Joker, if Joker is involved in this, which forgive me everybody, I'm not familiar with Crisis storyline at all, but this situation where literally the universe is on the line does sound like something Joker wouldn't let Lex, Brainiac, or Darkseid do on their own. And if Joker is involved in this, you ask, not Troy Baker, you ask Mark Hamill to do Joker alongside Susan as Wonder Woman, and Carl as John Jones, George Newman or Tim Daly as Superman, Tara as Batgirl or Harley or both, and more importantly, Kevin Conroy as Batman. You offer the all the iconic roles if they want this rumored trilogy to be something special as an answer to the success that that Marvel Animation has been having with What If and Into the Spider-Verse 1, 2, and 3 with Across the Spider-Verse being divided into 2 movies. If a Crisis on Infinite Earths trilogy really is DC's answer to the success and the resurgence that Marvel Animation seems to be on the way to, with the announcement of season 2 of What If, Marvel Zombies, and of course the recently announced X-Men 97 revival of the classic 90s animated series, then to truly do this Crisis on Infinite Earths rumored trilogy properly, in my opinion, you not only need to get the old producer crew back together, whether that means Tim, Dini, Niven, Tucker being thrown in there to fill in for Eric or not. It is also important to offer the roles for such a tremendous undertaking to the people that the fans identify the most with these roles. And so, and I have good news. Very recently, on December 6th, Kevin Conroy did post a photo on Twitter confirming that he is back in the studio recording voice lines for something. Now this could be one of a couple of things that Kevin's working on. One, it could be that Crisis on Infinite Earths trilogy is in fact happening, and Kevin's already been started recording Batman's parts. Two, and this is even more important than, and this is just as important as Crisis on Infinite Earths. But number 2, Kevin could potentially be working on Batman's line for the 2023 upcoming Batman cartoon, Batman Caped Crusader, or 3, and I really hope this is it's not the case. Kevin could be recording more lines for that new DC Universe's mobile game that's about to launch. I really hope it is both of the scenarios I listed earlier, or Kevin possibly doing more lines as Merman for a potential Masters of the Universe Part 3. Or recording his lines for Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League. But in any case, guys, if this Crisis on Infinite Earths trilogy, 3-part movies, does turn out to be reality, like I said, whoever is in charge of this, and I think it's imperative to get Bruce Timm back together with the other genius minds. Obviously, unfortunately, minus the genius that was the late great Dwayne McDuffie. But if DC really is going to to attempt such an ambitious storyline. You get Bruce back together with the other genius minds that helped him create the magic that was the original DC animated TV show universe, and and and, and you offer the roles of the heroes and villains to their most iconic roles, and and maybe together everybody that could potentially be working on this goes to some register and asks if he will grant a, a, a one-time money bonus so that this potential trilogy can look as good as it possibly can. And again, guys, here's what you do. You automatically do Batman, Superman, and Justice League Universe and combine it with Justice League Unlimited, and then you make a reference to Batman Beyond the Universe if you want, throw in Static Shock if you want, and if you want, go as high as 2003 Teen Titans, and you get Bruce Timm and Paul Dini and potentially Alan Niven, excuse me, Alan, and maybe Eric or James to fill in for Eric or Alan or whatever you need to do. You all go as ask for a one-time money bonus to make this trilogy the best it can be, and Weiss, Wise or Andrea, if this is something she could be convinced to come out of retirement for, you offer the voice roles to the people that the band would really want to hear voice such an iconic comic that it requires a trilogy to get done. But again, guys, this is all just rumor territory. But I believe that this is something, if it's done the right way, could very well be the best remembered Warner Brothers DC animation project to date. But again, you need Bruce Timm and as many of the other people that were involved in the original DC animated TV show universe, and this would be the perfect opportunity to get all or as many of the DC AU voice actor veterans involved as possible, especially because 2019 was Justice League vs. the Fatal 5 was the last time any real true veterans of the original DC animated universe got to play their respective characters. But again, guys, a rumored Crisis on Infinite Earths 3-part movie trilogy could potentially be making up for the lackluster performance that is 2022's DC animated movie lineup. But again, we will have to wait until Comic-Con in July for any other information on this. But please, Sam Register, if this is indeed working on, grant the team behind this a one-time money grant bonus so that this rumored trilogy can be something truly spectacular. And again, whether it's Wise or Andre coming out of retirement, voice director, offer the roles to the voice actors that old school fans of the DC TV show universe would really want to see. I'm especially looking at Kevin, Mark, Tara, and and Clancy and Carl. Even though I know Mark, Clancy, and Carl would be the long shot. But again, guys, a rumored Crisis on Infinite Earths animated movie trilogy could be headed our way in 2023, and be completed within 2024 as well. But we will have to wait until Comic-Con in July for probably any new confirmed or denied information about this to come to light. Have a good one.